Bam ba bam 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 ba bam 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 ba 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 bam bam ba bam bam. What up, Scrapyard? Hope you guys are doing good as usual. Here is my third video of this segment where I give you guys some commentary for Diamond Ranked gameplay. This is a game where me and my good friend Decoy are duo queuing with a random as our third, who actually ended up being a pretty good random as well. And you'll find that often when you play with your randoms, they might surprise you at times. So here is just another commentary again. We land at the core and we land at Terraformer. Literally 99% of the games. I haven't really landed anywhere else in ranked. I just like the loot here, and typically a team or two lands here. So it's always easy KP off rip if you and your teammate are on the same page with one another. There was a team that landed here this game with us. So before we even get aggressive on them or try to do anything like that, we just take our time looting. You see I have an R301 and an alternator, so pretty good loot. Teammates have purple and blue, so right now we're in a position to fight. Even though I don't have the greatest armor, I look at the loot that my teammates have, and I'm comfortable with pushing a fight with the armor that they have. So pretty much it's just peeking and poking damage, trying to get a sense of exactly where they're all at. You see Decoy kind of push up there by himself. As a Mirage, is something that you don't want to do. You don't want to play aggressive like that as a Mirage, because you don't really have an escape. But luckily he had an armor swap right there, so he's able to make his way back up to us without taking so much damage. But before I push fights off rip, I like waiting for my Lobo ult. If you're a Lobo main, this is something you should strive to do, is really before you decide to fight a team that lands with you, wait about 30-40 seconds so you can get your ultimate, and then push accordingly. So you see I'm able to get blue armor from there, a big upgrade from white armor, and now this team is aggressing us, so it's pretty much fight time. It's clobbering time, you feel me? I climb up this wall right here just to see if I can get an angle on them, but I do get scanned, so now that's an angle I don't want to peek anymore. So I believe I'm going to start wrapping around here. I think I hear a guy flanking me, so I'm telling my teammates to slide down on him right now because he's completely isolated. This is a no-no for a character like Horizon. I don't know if I'm able to kill her, though. It doesn't seem. I actually think she's able to get away. We should have definitely gotten that kill right there. That's a big mistake on our end. I get fried and I get pretty irritated right there. But the Seer pushes by himself, and you see this a lot in diamond lobbies as well. People solo pushing a whole team by themselves, not really aware of what's going on, and that's something you guys have to break away from. I have that guy with no shield right there, the Pathfinder, who gets one clipped. And then I remember, obviously, the last guy's a Horizon, who was completely 1 HP. She's very out of the fight. If she were to push me now, I'd be surprised. But I'm going to just kind of survey the area to try to find her, just to get her out of the way, because I don't want her to grab banners and reset. And I find her right here. She was that cough. She was able to pop like a Phoenix kit or something, or at least fully heal up damn near. And that's just a simple wipe right there. And that's how you have to take these 50-50 fights off rip. Play strategically. Wait for your low ult if you have one. Loot up as much as you can, and then play together as a team. If anybody's isolated in a 50-50, or in general, swing on them. And that's how you can win a lot of those engagements and help you win more of your fights. So we pull up in this, we pull past Promenade, which is where I always rotate, whether I land at Core or Terraformer. I always push towards Promenade. I have this guy, I think, semi-weak right here. I thought he jumped off, but he didn't. That guy must have been healing, which is why he didn't immediately shoot me. So I'm able to just fall back down and pop a bat. And now that play's kind of done with. But I'm going to try to work another angle on somebody on this team, which I believe I heard. Let me see what's going on. I believe I heard somebody take the zip line over here, so me and Decoy are going to go push him. And if you are duo queuing, which a lot of you people do, I need you guys to understand that you have to prioritize your duo teammate over your random every time. You have to be playing with your duo. Unless you're talking in game chat, which most of you guys aren't when you're duo queuing, you need to be talking and playing with your duo. Don't worry about the random. Play for the random if you can, but you can't sell your entire game playing for your random when you can't even communicate with them. So if you're duo queuing and you have a teammate with you, you need to prioritize them over everything else and make sure that you two at least are playing with each other, because at the end of the day, you can't control your random. So we move along inside of Terraformer. I believe I pull up on a team on this backside right here. And again, I'm always communicating with Decoy everything that I'm doing. I'm always playing a bit ahead of him. He's a Mirage that can't catch up to me quickly, so I always have to tell him things. So I'm communicating every single thing, and I micromanage a lot too. But that's just part of being an IGL. So I see this guy slide down this ramp right here. He seems to be alone. Mind you, there is only one solo in the lobby right now, so he's probably not alone. The crypto stands still in the wide open, but I decided to shoot his drone out because it does sound like two teams. So I wasn't going to vacate that high ground just to go push him. even though his teammate was leaving, just because there's a whole different team to the left. I have to be wary of that. I get bang ulted. He's holding that angle on that car right there. I'm probably going to get stunned here a bit, which I don't. But I have to be careful as well because there are many teams around us. So I'm not really trying to actively fight anybody. Rather, I'm just dipping out. I threw a horrible bracelet, so I am on bracelet cooldown right now. And I'm just trying to do what I can to get out of the way. I saw this Octane right here who's on blue armor by himself. And he just gets beamed by at least 5 different people right there. It seemed like. But again, I reposition myself to another vantage point, another place of high ground, which gives me an advantage just to kind of get a feel of what's going on around me, but also give me a place of refuge as well if anything does go bad. You see, I do get cracked right there, but I'm able to fall back and heal up without an issue. But then they re-challenge me right there, and I'm not comfortable there anymore because I'm probably going to get pushed, especially because it's just me and Decoy against a full 3-stack right there. I just dip back completely, pop a Phoenix. Our teammate finally catches up to us. He does play a little slow, but you see him play a lot better in the end when Decoy dies. I have this guy in the wide open popping a battery as a Bangalore and doesn't smoke. That's a dodo bird moment right there if I've ever seen one. So we easily get him knocked. I have about 70 shield left, and I'm still trying to understand what the hell's going on. So I wide swing typically. Instead of pushing myself in the center point of everything, I wide swing to get a look at everything that's going on around me. So I wide swing left, nothing's there. So I wide swing back right, back towards my teammates. I'm assuming that somebody's going to be nearby because we just killed his Bangalore teammate. So someone's going to have to push eventually. We'll see if they end up pushing or not, or if they're at least in the vicinity so that me and Decoy and my random teammate can push them. But yeah, anyways, like I said, I know you guys enjoy this commentary a lot. Please leave a comment and subscribe as well if you do find this video informational at all. A low ball is always necessary in engagements like that when you know for certain there's a lot of death boxes in the area. So that's the one great thing about Loba as well, is her ability to fall back and reset and acquire loot and then re-engage in a fight after you've looted. So we see a whole team back here, right? They're kind of screwing up right now. It is only round 2, but this is definitely a diamond level moment. Why are they back there looting that long when they have Storm pressing them? Round 2 is not that bad compared to round 3, but it's a lot stronger than what it used to be. So they're rotating very poorly right now, and again, a lot of people can get away with that. You see another team rotating poorly as well. And like I just mentioned, you can get away with that with this rank system. Just because there's no incentivizing placement points in this current system. It's all about kills. So people just kind of run around with their head cut off like a chicken, and they don't really know what they're doing. And you can even see this on PC as well. It kind of makes for brain-dead gameplay. And it's the reason why a lot of players at the pre level aren't really having fun with this season. There's no strategy behind this rank system. As you see, I'm pushing this guy after I knock this here. This guy should be solo, last alive on this team. Again, this is an issue that they're rotating this late. They had every opportunity to get lost. I'm not sure what they were doing. They probably looted. So again, another tip is to loot quicker. Know what you want, know what you need before you go into death box so that it saves you time when you're looting and you can move forward. They had so much time to rotate, and this is why they're diamond, and this is why they die. Next clip, we pull up out of Storm, 50 seconds left till round 3 starts closing in. We pull up on an opportunistic third party. We get a knock right here on this Pathfinder. I believe this team may have been pred. So we're pretty much in pred lobbies right now. They are diamond. This was a little earlier on in the season. But this is effectively what diamond looks like. What pred lobbies look like right now. It's literally nothing but masters and diamonds. And so I comment that there's another team, so there should be 2 teams in the area, so we have to be wary. I don't want to vacate this high ground, not until I see what's going on beneath me. And that's something you guys have to start doing too. Don't be so horny for kills. Take a second or 2 to look around you to see what's going on instead of just automatically jumping off of high ground. You see even right here, I don't jump to low ground at all. I brace it to another vantage point because high ground wins. High ground wins games. High ground wins fights. So everything that I push, most of the time, especially with Loba, that's how you should be using her, is pushing on a place of high ground. So this was a Pathfinder's teammate that we pulled up on the third party. This Horizon should die. But we also can't be too focused on her. We have to be wary of the circle as well. We'll see if we let her go or not, or if she's able to survive. No, so she actually goes down. They have one teammate left. who's probably going to be forced to be a solo the rest of the game. As you can see, these guys were previous masters before. This is what pred lobbies look like now, and it's kind of sad, the fact that you could be a pred in pred lobbies and you're fighting nothing but diamonds. You very rarely fight other preds. So we get to circle on the right side of circle with less real estate, knowing that the circle is going to pull across this mountain to the left. It has to. We don't have a lot of room to work with the circle. As you can see, it kind of rotates in front of us, but it definitely couldn't land here in this building. We know that. So we're just making our rounds, making our way towards this next circle. There's only 5 squads left with, I believe, 10 people. I think it says 13, so -3 on our team. We pull up on a team right here. Somebody climbs up. They have a horizon. I'm just going to full heal, as hopefully Decoy does as well, and that's exactly what he does. When you get into a fight like this, that's slow pace, there's no reason to push them without full health. If you have time to heal, make sure you heal. But they are on high ground, and this is a very difficult high ground to push. There are many angles to push from, so that's the upside of this building. But it's very easy to watch every angle when you're on high ground right here. I do have a nasty head glitch on this beam right here. I cracked the Pathfinder hard. The other guy was on a nasty head glitch as well. You can see how difficult it is to push a team on height right here. I pop a bat and then re-challenge. Again, fall back, reassess, re-engage. You guys know how it goes already. And then our teammate's already pushing him, so I back him up right there. I don't want him to die by himself, because I know the enemy is still up here. So we back him up. This horizon, another dodo bird moment, looting so slowly right in the wide open, knowing damn well we're above him. I would hope that he knew we were above him. Footsteps loud as shit sometimes, but then again, sometimes they're not at all. I believe we already killed a snipe show kid earlier this game. I think I remember his name. And then from here is just an easy wipeout. You know, there's not too much strategy I can give you in that clip right here. There is in this clip right here. You'll see my IGL ability again in vintage form. But in that last fight right there, we just picked them apart. People in Diamond oftentimes solo queue, and they oftentimes are separate from their teammates as well. So it's very easy to pick them apart one by one, and that's how it happens. So right here, we're on high ground right here, but I see a Wraith portal to my left. I don't want them pushing this left at all. And I absolutely beam her. I anticipated that play ahead of time and beat her to it. She had no clue. I caught her slipping. I actually do get that knock, but I had the other team cracking me almost, and she takes that portal back after she got knocked. There's no reason for me to take it. By now, she's definitely been revived and probably healing already. But I need to hold this left position. I had told my teammate to go on that hill right there, and it's a perfect place to be. The best vantage point in this entire circle right here. But I need somebody to push that left side, because that's the only playable side for that team, that Wraith that just portal there. That's the only playable side for that team. So I don't want them pushing there easily. I want to make it difficult for them. But Decoy, like a dodo bird as usual, is sitting in the wide open. He knows damn well there's a portal right there, but for some reason doesn't anticipate that all 3 of them are going to take it. Like I said, that's the only place they can play. And he, instead of sitting in a corner behind that mountain, he's sitting in the wide open. So when he takes it, he got caught slipping and just gets eviscerated. I challenged this Octane back here at the backside just to clear my back out. I knew he was a solo. He had to have been a solo because there's a full 3 stack in that building and a full 3 stack that just killed Decoy. That Octane was definitely a random person. But I'm not safe down here, and I don't want to be down here, because eventually this team on my right is going to have to push pretty close to me, and this team on my left is probably going to wrap angles on me if they know where I'm at. So I tell my teammate, actually I tell Decoy to type Port Loba, because I'm too busy. We're in a party chat as well. So Ash actually, as a very, very good teammate that listens and follows directions, as you should as a teammate, jumps down there to TP is short for teleport, to TP me back up to height, so now I'm safe with him. Now we're both in God's spot, and we make it very difficult for everybody else to do anything. This team to the left is not going to be much of a problem. They won't have too many angles. You will see them start climbing up that side of that hill right there. But I'm focused on this team beneath me right now, because I don't want them to continue wrapping all the way behind me, because eventually we're going to have to jump down and play behind this rock, right? So I'm keeping this team to my right, in front of me, and to my right. I do not want them wrapping behind this mountain that I'm standing on. So I'm looking at them, forcing them to the left, which effectively forces them to push and fight the other team. It's all about X's and O's when you play this game, especially when there's only 3 squads left. It's very manageable to control the fight and the game like that. So I'm looking over at them, making sure they don't wrap behind me, forcing them left into the other team, which means we'll be able to fight the other 2 teams while they're fighting each other. You see him tether a guy up there, so he is on high ground. He peeks me a little bit and fries me for a lot. So I pop another battery. Storm, final round is now closing in. This team to my right has already rotated back into the left, so I don't have to worry about them being around me. Flanking behind me, because again, when we drop down, we're gonna have to drop down exactly where I'm looking right now. So if I allowed that team to push that backside of the mountain, then we'd have to fight them right now, and we definitely die as a duo. And if we didn't die as a duo, we get immediately third partied. In these 3v3 situation end games, you don't really want to be the one to engage the fight. You want to do what you can to force the other two teams to fight, and then third party them subsequently. So I get big beams on that Bloodhound right here. I'm just holding angles right now behind this rock. No need to engage. They get a knock on that Bloodhound I just fried, but I'm still not going to push. I'm going to try to do damage from afar. I evade that Seer Q right there. He's in bang ult, so I have protection from my right. So I thought. He's actually on lower ground, so he wasn't being covered by that bang smoke. But again, I know I could take damage and still fall back to heal. I have to find a way to avoid this bang ult, as that could be detrimental. I get the thirst just in case, who knows, something happens crazy. So I look to my right because the other two teams are fighting right now. It's like a 1v1 or something, so I let them be distracted while I take out that Bangalore, and then it's easy wipes from there. And then it should be one guy left. He shoots me in my back to crack me, so I'm just playing slow, but he's already cracked. My Ash teammate pushes up, and we catch that fat dub right there. I believe that was a 4K game in Diamond lobbies, which again is the equivalent to Pred lobbies nowadays, because that's all you're fighting in Pred lobbies. And that was a lot more stressful than I needed it to be, but that's because we didn't have a teammate. We could have easily rolled them way earlier if Decoy stayed up, but he got caught slipping. Another tip to give you guys is you guys have to be aware of your surroundings. I think I've said that like 4 times this stream. Be aware. Anticipate and predict what enemies may do. It was close to 4K, not quite there, but that's a fat game either way. And that gets me a lot of RP. Got me a step closer to Pred. And yeah, that's the commentary for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. As usual, please leave a comment. Subscribe if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys next time for Masters. Bam, 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 bam. Bam 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 bam. Bam 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 bam. Bam 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 bam.